Lings.
I mean,
He's losing all of his SCVs, but at the same time, he's going to kill all these hatcheries.
yeah, and that's the thing, is he's going to be able to take out Com very, very quickly. There's not a whole lot on the field for Com, it's just Zerglings and Mutas. He's taking it down all the production of Apocalypse. I don't know why Apocalypse isn't lifting up and floating in like 7 different directions right now. Because he's just letting the Zerglings kill his liftable buildings. Why is he doing that? There we go. It's now starting to finally lift up and get out of here, but Com is going to run out of buildings faster than Apocalypse just by, you know, virtue of that Apocalypse can lift off, but he's not lifting off. Why isn't he lifting off unstable?
Because he doesn't want to. But he does have 3 command centers, remember. Oh, the Lings are taking out those mules at the top right-hand base, but there is 51 supply to 36. And all Apocalypse needs to do is come back and defend, and he'll be fine.
Yeah, he's going to land this one orbital command and call... Oh, he doesn't have enough energy for a mule. Oh, he's going to call down a mule and repair it. But
the Thors and the Marines that just came out of these production facilities are taking out some of these extra Lings here.
Apocalypse needs to save one of these buildings if he wants to win the space race. He's still not lifting off, and his command centers are getting really low health. The Thor is down. Mutalisks are chasing... Mutalisks have actually set all these command centers to burning. This one is down to 40 health! The mule's coming down! He's barely gonna save it!
Wait, click the mule on the command center!
Oh my god, he's not repairing it! Oh, 3 health!
Oh, he's not
3
supposed to lift as well! That command center's gonna die. Oh my god. There is only a few mutas left, of course.
This other one's gonna burn down as well. It's at 10 health. He's landing. Mule will not land in time. All the command centers are down. Apocalypse might have completely blown this game.
You could have.
Oh, but there's only a few structures left
all these
for Com, and the Zerglings do look like they've all died. Oh, this is so close, unstable. This is way closer than it should have been.
There's not that many mutas. I'm surprised he hasn't sent units over here to kill off these extra buildings. The extractors will not die off creep. He's just got to kill these 2 extractors. That's it. He's bringing all of his units underneath this starport. He's going to try and take these out. These mutas out. He doesn't have any command centers, of course. 3 of these buildings are burning.
Oh, they're all burning now.
He just has to keep the starport near his units, and then it's fine.
Yeah.
Does he have any SCVs with that army?
No, he's out of SCVs. All of his command centers are dead.
Why is he making just a tech lab? Oh, he's making another building. I
mean, he's taking out... He's just setting everything to burning. I don't think tech labs count as a building in a base race.
I'm pretty sure they do. Never had that situation
There is a supply depot in the main base.
Spire and the spawning pool are dying. And he just needs to save this starport. Bringing it with him is a good choice. He just needs to cover it from the mutas and don't let it burn.
Yeah, the other thing is that if he can get this other extractor, then the other ones will bleed to death, excuse me. So Apocalypse just has to get that last extractor while protecting this starport. Com needs to take out this supply depot up at the top right, because it's not actually burning yet. He's like focusing completely on this starport, but if he doesn't get that supply depot, all this is moot. He's getting a few good shots up on this starport, so it's working, but he still has to get that. There's the GG. So Apocalypse will get it, but that was way closer than it should have been.
Yeah. Alright, so we are going to be right back with our next game. What are we going to have? It is going to be, here we go, Apocalypse versus FXO's Choya. Going to be a TVP. These guys are close friends and practice quite a bit, so we should see some great games coming from them. As we load up the lobby and get these guys in here, we are going to go into a quick ad break, but stay with us. We'll be back within a minute or so. Alright, so it is going to be Daybreak for this PvT.
Daybreak is a pretty good map. Looking forward to seeing it. We were just waiting on Choya, because he does appear to be momentarily AFK, and then once he does appear, decides to grace us with his presence, then we'll be getting started on the second to last set, because this is the best of one, and then after this will be the last one, I believe. Is that right? Or did we add one in?
I'm sorry, say that again?
But yeah, after this we will have the last player, which is Tastadar, and then that'll be the best of 3 for the last man standing, so...
Correct.
At least
going to start on Antique Shipyards. Yes, so minimum of 3, maximum of 4 games to go. And we're ready to go, so let's get this game started. Railkun is going to be Apocalypse up against FXO's Choya. TVP on Daybreak. Let's go. Alright, let's get this.
My name is Chanmin Kim. You are watching FXO television.
Okay.
Alright, welcome back everyone. We got another game coming up for the FXOpen Korean King of the Hill. This time it is going to be Apocalypse winning that base race in the last game quite well, not quite nicely, a little bit of slow mule drops. But it's going to be FXO's Choya up against next. So this is going to be a great map for these two. These two guys do play quite a bit together. They practice a lot as well. So, let's get into it. Shall we, Railkun? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Alright, so looking over here... Looks like it. Looks like it, Railkun. He's got 3 probes saved up. This could work out well as long as he's not put by any pressure builds. And Apocalypse doesn't look like he's doing that just yet. So he has gone and dropped the supply depot and going scouting a little bit earlier than normal, which will help him out here. And yes, it is going to be a Nexus first coming out from Choya. You're muted, by the way. Yep.
My bad.
Yes. It's unexcusable, Railkun. It's not like it's 5 AM for you.
7 AM
Jeez.
Actually. But yeah.
Exactly, so you should be bright and early and wide awake.
Shut up!
There's no winning that argument with me.
I'm tempted to use the muddling with the numbers line again, but I'm too tired.
Double gas straight up here from Choya, and the gateway is on the low ground as well. Looking here, yeah, I just told him previously. Chill out, chill.
He knows,
we do have a
he's
tech lab
delayed.
at the front.
But yeah, how is Choya going to switch out of this? I would assume that he's going to have to 1-1-1 proof his build after going for the Nexus first. So he's probably going to have to go for the gateway into robotics. And then we'll see what Apocalypse goes for, but he's actually going for the quick Marauder with concussive shells. Didn't make a Marine first, though. Oh, he did, but only one. It's over here chasing the probe down, so he's going to have a harder time going for that, like, 2 Marauder pressure to catch Choya off guard, but might still be able to force Choya to have to pull some probes with it.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know, like, Apocalypse is throwing down that command center here as well, So I think he's realised the time to actually punish this because he didn't have that second racks down anywhere near like early enough.
Mm-hmm.
It's really fast. He will be able to push forward, try and catch this probe. Oh, he is going to catch the probe. Nicely done. As my game lags. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So awesome.
If you get the second Marine out and then you go for the quick concussive shell, you can move forward with like the 2 Marine Marauder kind of push that you used to see a lot against this Nexus First in particular, because the Cybernetic Spore is so delayed that you can catch them with just the Zealot sometimes, kite it with the concussive shells and take it down. And then the Stalkers are in trouble without the Zealot. And then normally to defend that, the Protoss will have to pull a bunch of probes. They will hold it off, but they'll take some economic damage at the very least. And it looks like he's trying to do the same thing anyways, but Stalker is already out. Here comes some probes. So the second Stalker didn't finish in time to stop this, but now that the second Stalker is out, he's going to feel a little bit more safe. Trying to micro these probes so he doesn't take too many losses, but
trying to get behind the Marauders, that's what he's trying to do.
Yeah, he almost got a good surround on those, but he's only lost 3 probes now. Oh, 4. Oh, the fourth one was the scouting probe, so it was 3 probes. I was right.
Look at this. Apocalypse actually double expanding, though.
Oh,
very,
really?
very smart.
So he's like, I'll see
now
your...
only just now getting his extra 2 barracks. He could probably throw down 1 or 2 more just to catch up with the extra mules that he's going to have soon.
Yeah.
So it should be good. We do see the two gateways here for Choya and 4 gateways. He might actually go offensive after this just to put on a lot of pressure to Apocalypse. We have been seeing that build the 1 gate into expand into 4 gate pressure sometimes, but not all the time. And looks like Choya might be modifying this a little bit with the Nexus first. But I don't think he's going to be thinking there's an extra base down here. We do have a probe coming out, but it is not rallied anywhere just yet.
Yeah, the probe
but this third base is extremely vulnerable if you don't catch onto it. Like, if Choya catches onto it early.
Yeah, he's got this pylon up here at the bottom right. So he's setting up the first safety pylon, where in case his probe gets caught and he can't get a good pylon in position, he's got that as a backup plan. And then he's going to see this command center and be like, wait, what are you doing? That's really greedy. I think I'll kill you now. Because Choya does that. If he catches you doing something greedy, Choya has absolutely no compunctions about just making a lot of units and going to kill you. Like, it's just the way he plays. He is actually going for the double forge right after he scouted that. It's just very interesting. He's warping in a lot of units, but it seems like he's confident that he can make enough units to take out this third base and go for the double forge at the same time.
Well, he can, because there's only 6 Marauders and 4 Marines, and they're in the middle of the map, nowhere near close enough to this command center. He's actually starting to drop mules over here as well, and that's not going to help out at all. So Choya will be able to force a lift up at the very least, and probably kill this, actually, with all of these units. He's coming straight underneath it. Is he going to get out over the side? He's actually killing these mules at the same time with his zealots. I don't think he's going to be able to get it to burn, but oh, he actually turned around.
Why did he turn like that?
Well, he could. I know
he could have gone straight down, and he probably would have been able to avoid
going
the
straight
stalkers.
down would have been the better choice. He's going to lose that command center for sure. He's bringing his units in. Does catch a sentry from behind, but there's a lot of force field energy on all of these sentries here. So Apocalypse will be forced to pull back. Choya's gone for his own third at the same time. He's got +1.
Oh, those units in the center of the map getting caught by Choya! All those units getting force fielded in and taken out. That is so many sentries. More force fields going down. He took out the entire army here. Now there's only 1 bunker and a couple units at the natural of Apocalypse. Choya's warping in even more sentries. He's just massing sentries right now off of 4 gas. He did go for the double upgrades from these forges, and he's got a pretty good chance to break this bunker as well, Unstable.
Exactly. There's no way he's going to be able to repair that. Like, even though it's just sentries, they're still going to do enough damage to kill the rest of this stuff off. The stim does go down. Sentries are popping every now and then, but he's still going to have more than enough to clean up the rest of these Marines one at a time. The Medivac doing its best, but it looks like with all these extra SCV pulls, Choya is deciding to back off, but he will have an extra reinforcements, probably mainly Zealots, to bring this down. He's being chased all the way down here. Choya actually force fielding to stop the SCVs from killing his units.
Yeah, he wanted to get the sentries out in particular, because he could have run away with the stalkers, but the sentries would have died. So he just let the stalkers stand there, take the damage, force fielded, then ran away. And it's really smart. He's got his own third base on the way now, moving up to 8 gateways. He did a lot of damage to Apocalypse. No reason to keep trying to push this. Oh, he's got another 4 gateways on the way, so he's moving up to 12 gates. Third base just finished off. He's got a lot of gas right now, going for Blink at the same time as well. That means he can go for the double 2-2. Choya is looking really scary right now. Once these extra gateways finish up, 2-2 on the way and Blink. Oh my god, and look at that, the proxy pylon just saw the medevac. So Apocalypse's drop, not going to go anywhere. He's just going to have to unload and kill that pylon and then just try it again later.
Yeah, exactly. So he's actually only using one Marauder to kill that off, and then he's still sending the rest of the units in the middle. But these upgrades that are being churned out by Choya now are going to be huge. Apocalypse does not have any upgrades just yet. He's only got that... he has +1 attack already, +1 armor on the way. But with Choya's already 2-2 about halfway done, that's going to be extremely difficult, especially since Choya's also up 20 supply, roughly.
Yeah.
And a base up.
And he's up 20 workers. So, they're even on supply, and Choya just has 20 workers on him, and that's on the extra base. So he's getting the full benefit of all of those workers. He just has a zealot down here at the third base saying, "Do you have a third yet?" And there's an orbital command flying its way over there. So Choya is fully aware of how far ahead he is. 2-2 about to finish, as well as Blink just now finishing. He's switching into charge. Choya is just playing really solid in a position where he's ahead. He's just not letting Apocalypse get back in the game because he's just doing everything perfect to stay ahead right now.
Absolutely. So all these units in the middle of the map for Apocalypse, there's nothing you can really do. Even if you went anywhere, we do see the 2-2 just finished for Choya. Is he going to go straight for 3-3? Has quite a bit of gas for it. It's only 400 gas to get that going. It's almost there. Yes, no, maybe. Nope, he's going to get a heap more units. But he's also got a zealot down here at the third base. Doesn't scared out the timing for that command center to get back down there again.
Goes. 3-3 started and chrono boosted. He's been throwing almost all of his chrono boosts on these. I mean, that's...
Well, he's going to be at 3-3 before Apocalypse is 2-2 at this point.
Yeah.
And that is going to be a huge timing. As soon as that 3-3 finishes, he's going to go for it.
Yeah. And I like that Choya is opening up the rocks on his end. Because if Apocalypse did decide to try an attack on him, then he's going to have to move through that. And Apocalypse hasn't actually cleared his own yet, which could be a slight liability. Will make Choya be able to force field that a little bit more easily. But Apocalypse's army is just tiny right now. Look at that. That's not many units. He's invested a lot into these medevacs. That's meant that there's not many Marines and Marauders out on the field.
Well, he did go for that early command center. Then he lost it. Then he lost a lot of SCVs in that attack that Choya did. And he's never really been able to catch back up in that economy. Choya taking his top left-hand base here as well. But it looks like Apocalypse can finally be frustrating for Choya to take that out, as Choya is out of position. He's got Templars on the field already. Cannons there. Like, there's something that's really been interesting lately is Protoss are starting to use cannons to defend drops rather than Templars or Stalkers this time.
Yeah.
And they're doing that to really take advantage of the fact that, oh, there's a drop there, the cannons can defend it for a little bit, and I'll just go attack you while your army is smaller.
Yeah, it's good. It's like talk about a lot about time being the third resource in StarCraft 2. The cannons are just time when a drop comes in. And if they try to ignore them, then they take some damage from them as well. But look at this. Apocalypse is in a really tricky situation. He's got this entire army of Choya behind him. The medevacs are going down, so he cannot actually lift up to get away. He has to do as much damage as possible. He will take down this Nexus and unpower the gateways, but great storms! Oh my god, the army of Apocalypse just melting. I don't think that was enough damage to justify losing that entire army. Because Choya did not lose that many units.
Choya 64 for Apocalypse. Choya still does have that top base at the top left. His 3-3 is finishing right now, so if only that was 10 seconds earlier for Choya, it would have been a lot easier. He's taking out the rocks in the middle of the map very, very quickly due to his upgrades here. Robotics Bay is finished, and there's a whole heap of zealots down at the third base here, Railcoon, going straight for those SCVs. Looks like Apocalypse is coming and trying to deal with that, but he's got preemptive Vikings. There is 3 Nexuses being built right now for Choya.
Where's the third one? Oh, it's rebuilding the third base. Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, he went preemptive Vikings. He even got the +1 ship weapons because he was just automatically assuming that Choya would go for the Colossus, and Choya caught him completely off guard by going straight to Storm instead. And that's what happens when you try to overpredict. You know, Choya got caught in a tough situation. Now he's got some ghosts on the field, has a couple EMPs available, but Choya has his entire left side of the map except for one of the 12 or 6. I'd assume that he'd take the 12, but he could go for the 6 just because it's a little bit farther away. He's up 2 bases right now on Apocalypse, and he's got the 3/3 upgrades when he's 2/2.
He's got Storm as well. And there's 4 Templar just hanging out back at his base. He's like, I don't need you. Just stay there.
And that's, again, for the defensive. He can feed back Medivacs, throw down Storms defensively, buy some time. He's going to take out the rocks on Apocalypse's end.
But
and here comes
the
Shoya.
EMPs. No EMPs. Where are your EMPs? One went down, but
he didn't get any on the Templars.
Here come the Storms now. This is not looking good for Apocalypse at all.
Yeah, Shoya actually very smart. Left his Templars in the back until the end of that fight. Let him go after the sentries, and then came forward with the Storms afterwards. Shoya getting the kind of the worst end of the stick on that battle, but just look at his supply skyrocket with the 12 gateways. As soon as the warp-in cycles come in, he just gets so many units on the field. He's going to be able to back off. Apocalypse is going after this base in the top left, but there's not that many probes here. Shoya can just warp in more units. There's Colossus on the field now, and there's only a couple Vikings, because Apocalypse...
Yeah, but he's out of position to defend this top base for Shoya. He doesn't have the Zealot count that he really wants. More Templars being warped in. He's getting Archons. He's actually not got any Archons at all. That's probably just waiting for that to happen. He's coming up to try and catch this army, but Shoya's army is now sitting relatively even.
Yeah, and once again, Apocalypse is trapped in the corner. Here comes the Zealots. Colossus coming in from behind, and the Storms on top of everything else. He's focusing down the medevac so that there's no escape. Only a couple units are going to get up into that medevac. The rest of the army just getting completely blasted. Now, they are
He's
back.
He's trying to feed back this medevac. He's like, come here, but there's only 11 energy on it. Shoya is up like 1 bill, half a base really. This is rich Vespian guys though.
Yeah.
And Apocalypse now throwing down a command center at the bottom right-hand corner. So Shoya really wants to get that base back up and running. And there it is. There's a silhouette for it. There's an Archon there as well. But Apocalypse is really engaging very nicely here against Shoya.
Yeah, the problem is Shoya has Colossus Storm pretty well out on the field. Apocalypse is going to have a hard time challenging that.
Shoya hasn't gotten the Colossus range. Like, it looked a little bit
really
funky in that last engagement, but he hasn't actually touched it yet. He is sitting a little bit... He's actually looking a lot more even now. We got Zealots stopping the third command center go up, but they are going to be taken out before they can kill it off.
Shoya's actually not rebuilding any of the lost probes at this point, so he's actually fallen behind.
There's 3 Templars up here with this drop. None of them have enough energy for a storm, and there's not enough energy on that medevac to kill it, so they're not really going to do anything right there. Whooping in 3 Zealots to try and stop this, but is he going to get the Nexus? Yes, he is.
He didn't cancel it. He killed it.
Yeah, he thought he was going to get it up. Very unfortunate for Shoya. That's going to be very frustrating for him. Warp Prism on the way, of course. And Apocalypse taking another base over here on the right as well. So Apocalypse is now at 3/3 upgrades for his bio. He is going to be at +1 attack for his Vikings very shortly. And Shoya has still forgotten about that extended thermal lance.
That's kind of a big deal, because it puts them on even range as the Marauders. And 3/3 Marauders, you do not want them to be the same range as your Colossus. That's kind of bad. Just a little bit. We got 3 Templars in this Warp Prism, though, flying up around here, but I think he peeked through the Watchtower range as Apocalypse was adjusting his angle, but here we go. A couple of Marauders dropping in the main base of Shoya, but the Templars going in at the main base. I don't know why he's going the Templar drop in the main. There's like no workers there at this point in the game.
I'm going to say he's going to warp in Zealots and then go to the natural. But there is an engagement over here in the middle, and Shoya's army is stopping this drop in the main for himself. And that's why nothing's really happened up in the main for Apocalypse. He did lose that Nexus in the middle of the map, and Apocalypse starting to take that map control away from Shoya. The level 2 shield is almost finished. There we go.
Oh, he canceled it! God. Oh, no!
What are you doing? Pay attention.
That could be a really big deal, because now Apocalypse has units in position to defend this.
Whoa, that is a lot of storms, and he just cleaned up all of that. He's killing the Ghost Academy, though, and that is huge.
Oh, yeah, that's...
Ghosts coming forward. There is actually only 3 on the field compared to the 10 High Templars, and now these Zealots are being funneled into this with more reinforcements coming out for Apocalypse. He does have a heap of gas saved up, but no minerals, and these Zealots just don't die.
Yeah. Apocalypse is going to take out the top left-hand base at the same time that Shoya is going after the bottom right. But Shoya has this Nexus in the center that died again, so he's waiting for that to rebuild. Apocalypse already...
Look at all the energy on these Templars here, Railcoon, in the middle. And now they're going to get EMP.
Oh! He got off a couple storms and feedbacks, but he did get EMP'd. He won't be able to...
All those units are very, very
he's not going to be able to clean that up. Are we going to have another base race? I don't think so, because Choya's just warping in a ton of zealots.
There's only 2 medivacs. They're both out of energy. There's also quite a lot of zealots probably going to be walked in for Choya in a minute. Choya's army is vastly superior at the moment, especially with those Colossus. All the SCVs been coming, and there's the GG. No way he can stop that. So we will have our final match, a best of 3 between FXO's Choya and NS Hoso's Tassadar PvP. We're going to start it up on Antigua Shipyard. Give us a minute or so to get these guys in the lobby and get it going. Stay with us. Alright, let's go.
My name is 동영리, StarCraft ID FXOpen. You're watching FXOpen television.
Alright, welcome back, guys. Final best of 3 match here is going to be a best of 3 for the $50 last man standing. It is going to be NS Hoso's Tassadar as our blue Protoss up against FXO's Choya as our red. So it is going to be a PvP. We are, of course, going to be...
Choya.
Yeah, I just saw that. What are you doing?
What are you doing, Choya? Oh dear. He's putting this where it's very likely to get scouted too.
Nope.
Oh, he didn't see it! He almost saw the probe too! Oh my god.
Look at Tassadar. Look at Tassadar.
Oh my god, Tassadar's going cannon rush! What the hell is going on? Oh, and he missed it again! Oh my god, this game is gonna be crazy already.
Well, 2-gate proxy versus cannon rush. The upside, well, actually the downside of this is Choya can't really get out of his base because of where the pylons are being put.
Yeah, he's chrono boosting out the first zealot. Tassadar is playing this very conservatively. He's not actually going for the wall off behind the minerals, which I think you can do on this map. Over either here or probably more likely over here. But there we go. First cannon is on the way. Choya has no vision. Oh, he does see that cannon. So he's pulling the probes, but oh, he gets over there and he sees that there's already another one. Choya. I think Choya's going to try and mine 400 minerals. That would definitely be a good idea. If he, I mean, cancel these 2 zealots, get 400 minerals, build a nexus in his base.
Well, he can mine from the right-hand side of his minerals and get that, as we do see the zealots coming in here. And It's a tough situation because you're going to have to try and find these probes. Tassadar, of course, doesn't have that extra minerals. I probably would have been keeping those. Yep. And if anyone who's wondering why Tassadar actually went straight across without actually scouting, the GSL version of this map is forced cross spawns, by the way.
And
So,
there we go.
It's not something that's weird.
Choya just canceled his zealots to get a few more minerals. He's going to get 400 minerals and rebuild a Nexus. Tassadar is being prevented from mining, so once his Nexus dies, he will not be able to build a new one.
He's going to try and get his extra probes out. It's going to happen.
Oh, he needs 50 more minerals! Oh my god, Choya! Oh! This is actually really close. Tassadar's going to come up here and kill the probes before he can get 400 minerals. We can have a draw, Unstable.
We actually could. Yeah, Choya could have left a couple more of those units in there.
Oh my god, we're going to have a draw.
Yes, we are.
Choya doesn't have enough units to take on these cannons, and he can't build a new Nexus.
Oh my god, really?
Are you serious?
Really? What did Choya make with his extra resources? He only has 50 minerals left now.
He's building he's making
zealots.
extra zealots to try and take on those cannons.
What he can do... Draw.
Draw, yeah. See? Because he's out of supply now. He can't make any more.
Well, yeah, Choya's not going to attack into that with the probes there.
Oh.
Draw.
Okay, yeah, draw.
Regame.
Okay, now here's the tricky question for Frequency. Does that interrupt his win streak? It's not a win.
Yeah. Regame. It's a draw. Are we actually going to wait it out, or should we just... yeah, GG, regame. That is the first draw I've actually seen happen.
That's the first
Like,
draw I've
not
seen in
the
competitive
thing.
play. Like, I've seen a lot of close calls, but I've never actually seen one before. They both did their builds blindly. He did not scout the 2-gate. He went for Cannon Rush the same time Choya went for the Proxy 2-gate.
Yeah. Always fun. Alright, so we're going to regame there. Mark, does that stop his, Mark, does that stop win streak? Actually, no, it doesn't matter, because the win streak was 4. And
Yeah,
Choya
I know,
would actually get his 2. But that's a good question to answer now.
I mean, it's a good thing to get decided now when it doesn't matter, you know?
Yeah, that's a good point. Didn't actually think of that yet. Alright, so game number 2 of that best of 3. That's 0-0. I honestly don't think he would have been able to do that because he would have just stopped positioning his probes in front of the cannons.
He had a lot
wouldn't
of
have been able to get
zealots, but Tassadar had so many probes that he could have blocked the zealots. And yeah, and then it would have been cannons against no zealots. He didn't have enough zealots, and then since Choi's Nexus died, he couldn't use the last of his minerals to make them. What's going on?
What are they talking about? Why is it 1-1?
What?
Mark, what are you doing? Mark is having a freak out. If it's a draw... Antigua, go. Regame.
Yeah, I guess they're actually just going to regame on Antigua. Makes sense.
Yeah. Do the exact same thing.
Because nobody lost. We can't do loser pick.
No, I can't.
And we're not going to go on Tal'Darim.
Yeah, please don't.
No. Alright, so game number 2. Best... Still 0-0 in the best of 3.
Game 2, 0-0 score. Yeah.
I mean, we've joked about that because of drop games before, but this is like... We're actually on game 2 with a score of 0-0. Legit, without any drops. I want to know, is that the first legit draw in competitive play?
I don't think so.
When has it happened before, though?
Well, in StarCraft 2.
In StarCraft 2, yeah. I know it's happened in Brood War.
Yeah.
Just fixing the overlay real quick, and then we'll get into it.
Alright, welcome back everyone. We're going to have a regame here of the first game of the best of 3 for the $50 last man standing prize. NS host Tassadar up against FXO's Choya. Last game we saw a Cannon Rush versus Proxy 2 game which ended up in a draw, which is always fun, but I really think Choya didn't have to make that a draw, to be overly critical of Choya. If he'd kept a few more probes up in his base a little bit longer just to get those 400 minerals and then come out, he would have been fine. But it happened. And look at this, Choya's like, I'm not getting cannoned again. My gateway is going right at the top of this ramp. I'm going to see you if you come forward again. But standard play for both of them this time. Yeah. Yeah. Didn't lose in the game for sure, it just caused a draw. Alright, so... I don't know, Choya's always been pretty decent at PvP. A lot of the FXO Protoss players really seem to have a handle on it a little bit easier than a lot of the other teams at the moment as well. Yeah. Well, he helps out with coaching. Choya is the official head guy, but yeah, a lot of the Korean players do help out quite a bit with each other. And probe. Whoa! Why did you stop for? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Very true. Alright, so... Oh, floor gate. Yep. Wondering why it takes so long to actually figure that out.
I clicked the button, and it just happened again. I just clicked the unmute button, and then it, like, remuted itself. It just happened 3 times in a row. So that one was... I don't even know what caused that one, because I actually clicked it that time.
Yeah. Alright, so we are going to see a floor gate coming out here from Tasta. Wow, that's baller. He just walks straight up there as we're going. We've got Choya in his base. We've got Tassadar in his base. What the hell is going on?
Choya's timing is just a little bit too slow. Tassadar caught him before he was expecting it. Both players, though. Choya's just warping it across the map. Oh, no. Oh, no. He's sending his probes. Oh, my.
He doesn't have enough money to do anything. What's the point?
Neither does Tassadar. But Tassadar has more units, though. But if Choya can kill the probes... What's the probe
Choya
count?
needs to chase down these probes and have the extra probes in the fight.
Yeah, I mean, he's got more probes. So... Are you serious right now?
Yes. Yes, we are.
This is actually going to be a close fight, because Choya has, well, 9 more probes.
try and kill each other off. Like you can't. They can't kill each other off though. Like they just have
a proxy pylon. This is what happened back in the beta before they made the warp gate timing like 3 times as long. Because warp gate literally used to take like 50 in-game seconds to research.
Yeah.
Then every PvP was like a 4-gate versus 4-gate where they warped in on each other's bases at the same time. And then it always wound up in this situation.
Oh, Choya's out of position. He doesn't realize.
Oh, Choya! Choya has to protect his pylon.
Nope. GG.
Oh,
GG.
oh, Choya! Oh no! Protect your pylon! Unidin! Unidin!
He still does have units at home. Like, he still does have buildings at home, and if he finishes off the buildings here in Tacidar's base a lot quicker. And Choya's like, what are you doing? He does have an extra 2 stalkers compared to the extra 9 probes. And here he goes, he's gonna go for it. Choya's actually picking off more probes here. And let's go for it.
Alright.
We're gonna have to watch these stalkers. He needs to focus down these stalkers as best he can. The probes are chasing him down. If he can actually... Nah, Choya...
No, Choya didn't get this round that he needed on the stalkers.
No.
That's it. It was a valiant effort, but Tassadar is gonna take it.
Yep. Actually, there's a lot of probes here. One of those extra stalkers isn't actually on all that much health.
Oh my god, really?
Here, no,
there's not enough probes left over. He has to get these stalkers first. Yeah.
Yeah. He has 5 left. Go, go. Alright, so Tassadar will take game 1.
Game 2.
Well, yeah, technically. Alright, so we're going to go into game 3, technically.
This is so weird.
Yeah.
All of our numbers are wrong now. But this is a best of 3 at the end of the King of the Hill. The winner of the best of 3 will take the last man standing, which is a little bit of money, gives you good seating into the next King of the Hill as well. Joey's actually taken the last man standing a number of times before. So it should only be a moment until we're up into the next game, as Dan's trolling me by only going again. I noticed. Shut up! Somebody messaged me on Skype after the draw that I didn't notice. I wish Day 9 had seen this game. What, you're saying that our reactions weren't good enough? You're saying that...
No.
I see how it is.
Alright, so we're going to be dual site next up. PvP. Tassadar is going to be 1 up in this best of 3. He just needs 1 more to take this down. And pick up the $50 last man standing. But of course, Infinity 7's crazy moving has picked up the 200 for the longest streak. Let's see. We are ready.
Oh wow. They're trolling me.
You might want to double check that.
I knew at the time that when he said that I'm not muted.
Hi, my name is Taksu Kim. You're watching FXO television.
Very good.
Alright, welcome back everyone to the FXOpen Korean King of the Hill. We're in game number 3, but we only have a 1-0 score. Yes, we did have a draw in the first game of this series, so it is going to be FXO's Choya up against NS Hoso's Tassadar. Tassadar currently 1-0. He only needs this game to take down the last man standing, and Choya needs to bring it back 2-0. We've been going for quite a while now, and the stream's been up for a good 10 hours because we did do back-to-back King of the Hills. So, let's see if Tassadar can take this home or will Choya bounce back. Let's find out.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, game number 2 of the best of 3. Also, game number 3 of the best of 3. Because of that draw game that started off with, it's The nomenclature here is just really confusing. There's a good word for you, nomenclature. How often do you hear that one, huh?
Yes, yes. Say
I'm
these
flexing.
words, it makes you act smart.
I just like throwing good words out into the casts every now and then. Mostly because I don't get an excuse to use most of these words most of the time. So it's just throw it out randomly, but yeah, so no cheese this time. Was he a 4-gate again? What do you think?
On this map, it's a little bit harder to get inside the base for that, but it's of course possible, being the two... Like, technically, Antigua for the GSL version is a two-player map anyway, with the forced cross-spawns.
Yeah.
But it's still interesting. So, let's have a quick look at these guys' past PvP records. Like, I casted the games in KOTH where Tastadar made it to the finals, and all he did was 4-gate every single game. I believe it was against Puzzle, if my memory serves correctly. And you're not... Like, since then, it's really fallen out of favor, and Tastadar's always been the one to use those kinds of builds, be pretty abusive. So it's going to be definitely difficult if it doesn't go for one of those kind of strategies. If it gets to a more mid-late game with mind games involved, I'm going to give the advantage to Choya. Yeah. But it just depends if it gets there or not.
Especially since, like, he's practicing with Oz and Weekend, who are both just complete ballers in PvP. Choya is up there with the both of them, but... just by being around the other FXO Protoss who just are so good at that mind game version of the PvP and the game sense that comes with it, if it gets into the mid game, it's tough to beat the FXO Protoss in this matchup. So, if Tastadar should be aware of that and probably just going to go for something aggressive. There's 3 gateways. He's hanging around. He's going to go for the 4th. There it goes. And Choya made his own 4 gates.
Well, he knows Tastadar's playstyle, so that does make sense that he'd go for that. But let's see if we end over the base rate. But in the middle of the map, we do have him facing off here. Choya's Stalker did take the first few hits. Choya's not paying attention. The Stalker getting really up close. Choya is going to lose that Stalker, but he did take out the other Zealot, and that is going to help out immensely. We do have the Zealot being kited now by Tastadar. We've got the second Stalker coming forward, and he will be able to chase away this Stalker with the reinforcements and probably do a lot of damage to these pylons. More pylons going down by Tastadar now in this one. He really needs to kill off these pylons because Warpgate Research is finishing for both of them.
He needs to kill the probe and then kill the pylons because, well, if he doesn't kill the probe, then yeah, there's more pylons. As one of my old co-casters used to say, it's vomiting out pylons everywhere. And you're lagging again at a very crucial moment. Stop that. Hey, but here comes the Warpins from Tastadar. There are a lot of Stalkers here from Choya, so if he focus fires, he can do pretty well. This one Zealot is still chasing everything around. Choya almost got that low health Stalker away. It looks like he will be able to hold off this first round of Warpins, but another Stalker walking its way all the way across the map killed the Zealot of Tastadar. Choya's really low health Stalker gets away because he blocks with a Warpin. Sick micro. Did you see that? That was sick. And then the one low health Stalker will survive with 19 health. Tastadar has a lot of units in here, and oh, and he focuses down that low health Stalker. This is really close unstable.
Yeah, he's trying to get those low... It really comes down to the Stalker micro. The Zealots are just like, oh, just stand here and punch on, but the Stalkers actually have to move around. But he has been forced back quite a bit. 23 supply to 34. Choya could quite possibly counterattack now. It's 1 Stalker compared to 3 Zealots, 3 Stalkers. 4 Choyas killed off 1 pylon. Going to get the second one now. And let's see what the response from Tastadar is going to be. He's got that 1 sentry already up in his main base, warping in more units. And I wouldn't be... Like, Choya's 2 options are go in and attack, but I have seen in this situation some of the FXO Protoss actually expand at this point.
Yeah, I mean, that's generally what a lot of the FXO Protoss will do. You defeat the 4-gate that soundly. Your opponent's going to have to sit here. What a lot of times they'll do is they'll move into the natural and just, like, make it look like they're going to go for the counterattack, see if they can bait the force field, and then make sure their opponent can't expand while they're expanding themselves, which is so powerful in PvP. If you know that you're a base up on your opponent, and then you just play really safe, you basically just win. So he's doing the same thing. He's moving into the natural with his units. He's going to make sure that he's making Tastadar nervous while his Nexus is on the way. And he's not going to commit. Zealot going up just to check things out, trying to bait that force field. Tastadar is too smart. He's not going to throw that down. Now Choya will back off. His Nexus is half done. He's gotten what he wanted to do. Done. And now he can just back off.
Yeah. So with a robotics facility on the way here for Tassadar, he can go straight to those Colossus, try and find a timing that will really punish Choya, especially going for this Nexus. But Blink changes things.
Yeah,
completely.
Tassadar is going for the robotics and the Twilight Council, so probably going definitely for the Blink, getting the Observer first, while Choya is going straight to Blink and a 5th Gateway.
Yeah.
His Nexus is very close to done, and Tassadar is sticking on the one base. He's not even trying to make a Nexus. So at this point, this is where Choya just has to get defensive. It's up to Tassadar to do something in this game, and if he lets Choya just let that expansion come up and start mining from it, he's going to lose in the later game.
Alright, so the Trows have been transferred down to the natural now. Tassadar staying on that one base. Chrono boosting out that Blink as best he can. And now a robotics facility for Choya as well. Worried about any kind of DT follow-up. Choya's army units here, 35 probes to 28 probes. But he doesn't have the army size that he did before. It's going to take a little bit of time before this economy starts kicking in. And that's where Tassadar wants to try and take advantage of.
Yeah, and Choya will have Blink first, so he's actually going to move forward with these Stalkers, see if he can catch Tassadar. In worst case scenario, he can actually just Blink away. Might be able to actually snipe this Sentry. That would be really good if he can do that. It's right there in the front. Choya thinking about it. No, he's going to... Oh, he doesn't actually Blink away in time! He almost lost 2 Stalkers there. That one has 1 health unstable. That's really not what Choya wanted to do. He wanted to poke in, see if he could force some force fields, maybe kill a sentry, and then Blink away before he lost anything. And then he lost a unit, and one got really low. So Choya's Nexus is up. He's starting to mine. He's got the 5th gateway out, so he's catching up on... Actually already has caught up on the army supply. So I think Tassadar already missed his opportunity. Choya's making it immortal right now as well. I think Tassadar's too late.
Good possible, but it's going to come down to this one. 66 deploy to 81. Tassadar's going for it. He does have Blink. Blinks that first Stalker back to the end. But like you were saying, the army supplies are going to start to skyrocket in favor of Choya. It's 48 to 39 right now. The Immortal in the mix as well. Very Stalker heavy here for Tassadar. He's poking in and just forcing to be blinked out again. And it's very interesting.
Yeah, this is the point in the game where the FXO Protoss just really excel. Past those really early stages of the game and the mid-game PvP, they just make really good decisions. They understand the matchup really, really well. And Tassadar just didn't recognize what he needed to do, and he just needed to try and attack sooner. And he never, to be fair enough, he never scouted the Nexus until now. But he's going to go in for one last-ditch attack, but Choya's in a pretty good position.
Instantly taken out.
Yeah, the one Immortal goes down, but he still has the other Immortal left. You can see that Tassadar lost all of his Zealots. Now it's just a straight-up fight. Stalkers against, well, the whole unit composition of Choya, and that's the problem, is that he's just got the superior unit composition. He's got that Immortal in the back. The Immortal has been out of range for a large portion of this fight, so he hasn't been doing a lot of damage. There's Blink Micro going back and forth, but he just can't keep up with the warpins of Choya. He's just warping in more units.
Also doing a lot more damage. Winking on top of the Stalker. There's the GG. He will tie it up. We're going to go to our very final game for the night, Rail Crew.
Yeah. This one's for all the cupcakes. That one's actually not much of a stretch this time, because the FXO players, when they win in these events, they'll often go and buy the team food, so... It could be for all the cupcakes.
Alright, so when we get these guys in the lobby and get this started, we'll go to a quick commercial break. Stay with us, guys. It's going to be a Metalopolis. I create. Alright, we're just waiting for Choya to ready up and then we'll go.
Go, go.
Go, go. Let's get this underway. Final game of the night.
Hi, we are FXO team. You are watching FXO TV.
Alright, welcome back everyone. Final game for the night here for the FXOpen Korean King of the Hill number 15. It's been a long day today. We are going to have a PvP Choya up against Tassadar, FXO versus NS Hoso. I am Unstable, joined here by Relkin. We're going to be on Metalopolis cross positions. And it's going to be interesting. It is the Blizzard version. Well, actually, there is no GSL version of Metalopolis.
Yeah.
Dope. So we are going to have the gold minerals in the middle of the map. But we've had some interesting games between these two so far. We've had a draw, then a base race that came down to one Stalker versus 4 probes that won the game, and then we had a 4-gate versus 4-gate where Choi got the upper hand and managed to hold on to it till the end. So let's find out what this one does.
I have to point out once again that we're in Game 4 of a best of 3 right now. Just for people who didn't pick up on that, and it's true, because there was actually a draw in Game 1. I still need to check up on that, because that might have actually been the first one in competitive StarCraft 2 where, like, money was on the line.
It is quite possible. Alright, so Choya, of course, going for that gateway on the top of the ramp, just yet again to stop any kind of cannon rushes coming through.
Yeah, that
So
was
it will be
actually
interesting.
something that you were confused about Oz with, right? Like, you asked him, why
Yeah,
do you
that was
always
quite
put
a
your
while ago
gateways
then.
there? And then he's like, to stop cannon rushes.
I was like, oh, wow, I'm dumb.
Sometimes
Like,
when
of
a
course
player
that's
does,
the reason. God damn it.
yeah, sometimes when a player does something weird looking, if you just ask them why, they've got like a really simple reason. Which you were bringing up the other day, but I don't remember if you mentioned that today or not. But as we can see, Tassadar is going for that second gas again pretty quickly. I don't know, he's gone for 4-gate twice, and then the other time he went for a cannon rush. So
Yeah.
we're in game number 3. 4-gate is definitely what he knows. It's going to be the default position for him to move back into. Oh, miss micro from that probe from Choya, just loses it to the Zealot.
Yeah.
A little bit
It's
sloppy
very
there.
unfortunate to see. But let's have a look at his vision. What did he get to see? He saw the Cyber Core and he saw that one gateway. We do have quite a bit of Chrono Boost going up on that Nexus for Tassadar. We also have quite a bit for Choya as well, so we're going to be seeing very quick Warp Gate research yet again. Most likely into the 4-gate versus 4-gate just to be safe against Tassadar coming in from Choya.
Choice is actually going... is he going for the 3-gate? Yeah. Because he drops his gateways sooner. If you get the really early 3 gates and Chrono Boost the hell out of that Warp Gate research, you can be fine against a 4-gate. Sometimes you can even beat it, but I don't think he saved up enough Chrono Boost for that. Usually you want to have an extra Chrono Boost so you can get your Warp Gate out faster.
Yeah.
His head is actually ahead, though, so he could actually get aggressive with these 3 gateways. He just has to get a probe across... The problem is his probe died, so he doesn't have to pylon.
Yeah, Choya going for that Twilight Council going down, so he's going to go for those Blink Stalkers, most likely. Every so often you see DTs after this as well. But the quick robotics facility...
Yeah, Tassadar actually going for the 3-gate robo. We'll see.
Sometimes you see a robotics facility after this Twilight Council as well in this build, just so you can get that observer to start being frustrating jumping up and down the ramp. Of course, this map, it's not as effective as others because there's not that much of a walkway in between.
Yeah.
But still.
There's a lot of